All right, y'all, welcome to episode 77 of Music in the Minor League. This week we're joined by Emily Pennington and Oliver Franklin of Trouble's Braids out of Boulder, Colorado. Y'all know we love Colorado. We've had a lot of guests from the area, so it was really cool of them to reach out. We had a great conversation with them. As you can probably see, it's been a few weeks since our last episode, like a little over a month. That was just because February was album release month, so we were just really busy with that, but we're going to start trying to get episodes rolling pretty regularly for the next little bit. So we thank y'all for sticking with us. All right, to get to the housekeeping, just get through it and get to the interview. First, if you like the podcast, tell some friends, share it, helps get the word out. It's the best way to help these independent musicians find an audience and to really get their music heard by everybody. 2, if you want to be on the podcast, hit us up. Just you got to have a couple songs recorded, be playing. Then finally, if you want to check out Brightwire, we have a show this Sunday, March 8th at 1810 Ojamon with the Hates and Grifters and Shills. Our drummer Joel was the drummer for the Hates for many, many years, from like the late 90s to like 2011, 2012. So he spent a long time in that band. So he's going to actually play a few songs with them, and then him and Colin are going to play together. So it's going to be super rad. So come out to that show. It's celebrating Joel's birthday. It was supposed to be back in January, but the ice got us and we got moved to this week. And that really about does it, man. The new album's out. Check it out wherever you listen to music. It's not on Spotify. I've kind of gone over the reasons for that in the past. Just any other streaming network, you'll find it there. All right, that does it. We're going to kick it off with a song from Trouble's Braids. This one's called Body Like a Weapon from their Big Tourist EP. Check it out on Bandcamp or find it where you stream music. Catch you on the other side.
Mind like a bear trap, body like a weapon. Mind like a bear trap, body like a weapon. They eat cake while I eat myself. They break bread, I break myself. Turtles and wolves all the way down. Give up, girl, you let yourself drown. If I need nothing, no one can hurt me. I can survive, can't escape. Out here eating stone. Young bodies, bad behavior. The old world, it ain't over. Now it's the time of monsters. Mind like a bear trap, body like a weapon. Nations crumble all the time. Didn't think that it'd be mine. Musical chairs with knives on the seats. When I'm dead, I'll keep the beat. If I need nothing, no one can hurt me. I can survive, but can't escape. Out here eating stone. Young bodies, bad behavior. The old world, it ain't over. Now it's the time of monsters. Cold war, hot beer.
All right, y'all, welcome to another episode of Music in the Minor League. This week we're joined by Emily Pennington and Oliver Franklin of Trouble's Braids out of Boulder, Colorado. Looking forward to talk someone from Colorado. We're big fans of that area, of that scene. Like we know folks in Sugar Britches and what we had Slip On, and we had there's someone I'm forgetting. I feel bad. Oh, we had Bevan.
Oh yeah, Bevan.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, a lot of great music up here.
So y'all are in good company.
Yeah, it's pretty rich. We're lucky.
Yeah, y'all got a good scene.
It's beautiful.
It is that too.
It's inspiring.
It's been the Rockies are really gorgeous. It's been scary dry this winter, but nevertheless very, very beautiful.
Nice.
Oh yeah, they get like real weather.
Yeah, but you got to be careful with the dry, man. Because remember, we were up there. Well,
Yeah.
wasn't it a couple years ago we were up there after with like the wildfire stuff?
Yeah, that's the fear.
We're worried about that this year. It's been literally 63 degrees and sunny for almost the entire winter, and we've gotten almost no snow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's crazy.
It's a little uncanny, especially considering a lot of the country's just getting rocked. We're we're not actually getting winter, and we're in a ski capital of the world, or near a bunch of ski capitals of the world. It's a little uncanny.
Yeah, that would be very. Because watching all the videos of what's going on in the Northeast, man, I'm like, that looks brutal. I think
Absolutely brutal.
keep that up there.
Well, I have family on the Pacific Northwest, and they have unusually warm weather this winter too. So it's odd. It was 75 today.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Spooky.
Yeah.
All right. Well, outside of being amateur weather folks, y'all also do music too. And I'm just guessing we're coming here. I have to ask. I'm guessing y'all are Tom Waits fans. So
Good, educated guess, yes.
All right.
I love the people catch that, yes.
I feel like we're always joking that there's 2 or 3 bands that we would go into debt to see if they ever tour again, and Tom Waits is one of them.
Absolutely.
oh yeah.
I love it. That's a conversation.
Yeah.
We're would we max out our credit cards for Radiohead, Tom Waits? I don't even know.
Those are the big ones.
Those are the 2 main ones right now.
Yeah, Bowie's dead, so I missed that one, but yeah.
But if they did a hologram concert,
Bowie and Prince hologram concert, maybe we'd go to that.
wow.
I don't know about going that far in debt though. But yeah, that's a good question.
Sounds like,
that might be a good season question. Y'all may have given it to us. What bands would you go in debt to see?
Who would you go uncomfortably in debt to see?
Uncomfortably in debt. I like that.
Versus comfortably in debt.
Yeah, we're all in some level of frog boiling debt right now. So really, it's
It's gonna get better, right?
yeah. I'm working on it.
Yeah.
Oliver's in student debt, which is I feel like that's semi-acceptable student loans.
Oh, that's
Doing our-
It's acceptable, but it still sucks. Yeah.
Still sucks.
gotta pay it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, cool, man. So y'all have an EP came out, The Big Tourist. About what time? How long ago did that come out?
Oh,
End of June last year.
That's right.
We are literally finishing up a second EP this Sunday in the studio. We're going in to track our final song, and that'll be out in early June of this year. And that one's, I think we're gonna call the new EP Tarantula.
Oh,
So we
cool.
have the big Tourist and Tarantula.
yeah.
Nice.
But yeah, Big Tourist came out in June of last year, and then we've done a little single B-side since then. So we're trying to be kind of steady, getting new stuff out there. We're a baby band, but trying to be sure we're staying sharp and keeping some new material out there. So you can definitely look forward to more coming out slowly and steadily.
I like
Yeah,
that.
'cause everything's been cool so far. Sorry, because
I was just saying, I like that, they're trying to pace it out and give us an EP every year. That's cool.
Yeah.
we're just sit around till we do a bunch.
I feel like after this one, we might have to sit on our hands and save our limited band funds for a little while.
Right.
So that, I feel like that's the thing about being an independent artist. It's
Yep.
it's you don't realize how expensive it is to even make a 4-track EP until you're funding it yourself and don't have a record label. But it's pretty fun because you do have complete creative control. So our new EP is going to be a little wackier. It's a full band. There's a gypsy punk song on it. There's there's like a doo-wop, like a James Jamerson bass style song.
Yeah, we're still we're a really young band, so we're still we genre hop a lot, finding a sound. And I think, yeah, what's emerging seems to be some kind of nexus of like dark indie folk rock, like definitely Tom Waits is our namesake. But I think there's a fair amount more kind of punk and grunge DNA in it as well. So there's like something scrappy happening along with just kind of roots in Americana.
Yeah. I think it's a thing that comes out nowadays too, for one of the upsides of the streaming world is it's easier to get exposed to so many different genres of music on the regular, so you're like, okay, a little bit of everything makes it, and it's almost beneficial to you to not just be every song sounds like this. It's like you can explore all the avenues, so that helps.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're all exposed to so many different sensations and genres and styles right out the gate in this like media saturated era we're growing up in, and I think just embracing that is kind of lovely. And through doing that, you find out like, okay, what sounds like me today? I don't know. Let's find out. Let's explore.
Yeah, and to your point, like I think that it's been kind of a trending strategy on Spotify, especially for artists who are self-releasing for the last 5 or 10 years. I'd say at least 5 years, is to kind of do those like EP releases or kind of a single B-side. Mm-hmm. And I think that because you're not necessarily creating a coherent album that has to all sound like folk music or all sound like really specific jazz,
or like a complete thought.
Exactly.
A complete thought that lasts 10 songs instead of a complete thought that lasts 2 songs. Yeah,
exactly. So yeah, I think it's kind of, in a way, it's freeing, even though there are many bad things to say about the streaming.
Yeah.
We get you.
We were just trying to break our complaints spiral we've been in the last few episodes, and here's one good thing we can think of about streaming.
No, but I really dig the idea of like that you think of it like a little project, because I guess I have trouble thinking about it that way, and I like that. Just like, ooh, I could do this just because.
Yeah, it gives you
just
time to
because
kind of experiment.
I want to.
4 tracks and, kind of flesh out some ideas and see if you like that avenue. Or if you don't, we'll go the other way,
Exactly. And like, I think really giving each song, we're very songs focused. And so for like 3.5 minutes, what is the space that this song wants to be? What is its natural tendency? What are its eccentricities that you can bring out with the performance and the instrumentation? And I think we're discovering more and more like there is a consistency in our writing voices that I think draws it together, but we still get to just play,
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah.
It keeps it fresh. I like that.
Exactly.
So speaking of playing, where did you guys start playing?
As a band or individually? Or
Individually, I guess.
Yeah, start there.
Yeah, we normally try to go back and see what got people to the point they're at now, like kind of what set the hook on making like
Music,
being an
your
indie band.
thing. Yeah.
Oh yeah, what was it? I mean, I started playing music when I grew up in a musical household. So my mom and sister were both classical singers. Then my older brother was really into like heavy music. He was into metal and punk and a lot of butt rock kind of stuff. And so I got exposed to a lot of heavier, louder music when I was a kid. And so my DNA was partly like coming up in really competitive like jazz and classical programs in Seattle schools, and then also being really into like loud rock music. And so I was in kind of 2 different worlds. I started off playing in like a thrash metal band when I was in high school. And then I went like a full like left turn and played in like an acoustic folk rock band. After that, for quite a while, I was in a prog rock band, did a bit of session work and this and that, a few solo records that are like, I don't know, indie folk to kind of like gothy synth rock. I don't know. I think I'm at 42 still finding myself. And so, yeah, big long journey, a lot of different styles.
I definitely hear the darkness, and I really dig your voice.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, Oliver's got a solo album called The Guest House that's like very like goth 90s David Bowie. Like inspired like when David Bowie was hanging out with Trent Reznor a lot.
Oh, nice.
And it's kind of rad, actually. It's such a departure from all of Oliver's other solo work. For me, I mean, I've genuinely only been playing guitar for like a little under 2.5 years. I grew up doing musical theater. I actually like my first professional play was at the Alley Theater. So you guys might know that.
All right, on, yeah.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, that was my first like paid acting gig when I was a kid or teenager. And I was like hell bent. I was very type A and Aries focused on leaving Houston and going to Los Angeles and going to college and doing the like acting musical theater thing. So yeah, like went to University of Southern California. I have a theater degree, took as many voice lessons and stage classes as I could. But yeah, I think I was just always like a little too ADHD to like sit down and make myself play a guitar with a metronome with any consistency. So I only really played like a teeny bit of guitar in college for like a year or two and then put it down for many years. And then when I moved to Boulder, well, I work as a writer full time. And I was kind of sick of the LA grind and moved to Boulder to be closer to the mountains and green spaces and just have a better quality of life. And promptly met Oliver and on a dating app. And pretty soon into dating him, I was like, I don't know, like kind of dicking around and singing songs with you on a random Tuesday is pretty fun. And like, what if I also played guitar? And so just...
And what if we got paid to randomly dick around on a Tuesday night?
That's true.
Every now and then.
Yeah.
Getting to dick around with money? Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Sign me up.
But yeah, I mean, I feel like songwriting is such a cool, it's such an amazing creative outlet for someone like me, even who's like doing journalism and writing all day long. It's like this weird surrealist, you know, thing where I get to hold an instrument and yell on stage if I feel like it, and it doesn't have to pay my rent. And I think that that's a really freeing way to approach a hardcore creative hobby.
Mm-hmm. I'm thinking more about the question, like what really hooked me in terms of not just wanting to play music, but being really interested in writing music. Like at some point that was like, wait a minute, how do you do that? Like you made something out of nothing. Like, hold on. Like that became really compelling to me. And, you know, I grew up in Seattle. And so I can't remember what it was like. My first show was Soundgarden. And I remember there was some song I was obsessed with at that like prime age for obsession, like, I don't know, 12, 13, and just listening to some radio hit and being like, how do you, like, seriously, earnestly, how do you do that? How do you write a song? I don't understand. That didn't exist and then it does. Right. And I still don't really know. But I'm like, that to me is really compelling. Like, where does an idea start from that like grows in your chest that like needs you to sing it, needs to turn into something? And I think that's what I chase, is that feeling. And I remember probably what really like lit the match even more was my dad took me to see Bob Dylan in like 1999, and Dylan live after 1978 is terrible. Like, let's be honest. His band's fucking great, but like you couldn't tell one song from another. But nevertheless, I had getting to see a master in person and watching the crowd around me. I was like 14 and I was like, these people are hanging on every mumbled word. I need to know what's going on here. And after that, I just like on one of those fucking late 90s CD subscription services where you could scam them out of like getting like all these basically free CDs if you knew how to work it. I got like his entire catalog and I just like started devouring Dylan. And then from there I was like, okay, who are the other masters? And like discovering Tom Waits after that and just figuring out who are the people who can like say something in 2 verses or 10 verses if it's Dylan that like every word feels like it's on fire. Yeah. And that was really where my passion started to be, was with like Tom Waits, Leonard Cohen, Nick Cave, like people that just like can use poetry set to music in a way that feels like your world changes. And I think that was probably a bigger shift for me than just being interested in playing guitar real loud. Nice. It was like, how do I say something?
Dude, Columbia House is still coming after my ass for that.
That's the one.
30 years, dude. They're still on my ass.
Yeah, well, I hope they don't hear this episode.
Right, do that.
You can't get blood from a turnip. I'm a teacher. I got no money. That's awesome, though, man. Like, and that's the cool part too. Is like, you know, when you start playing an instrument, you're just copying what you you hear, right? And then at some point, you're like, wait a minute, this isn't that hard. Maybe I could actually create something. And then that's how it starts. And the next thing you know, you're pawning everything in your house so you can get a Tascam recorder. It's fine. It's not an addiction. It's not at all.
I can stop anytime.
Exactly. It's not a phase, Mom.
Man,
A lot
the
of times-
Facebook Marketplace algorithm has really got me. Like, they know that I might want a different amp, and they also know that I want a hard shell pedalboard kit.
Yep. Never stops.
They got
Algorithm.
you. The algorithm has got you.
We're just quiet because it's like does it to all of us.
Oh no, yeah, it's like it's that feeling of shared shame or shared, you know, like we all. That's all of us.
It's an expensive habit we've got, y'all. It's
I feel like, can we just shout out to like the Facebook Marketplace algorithm there real quick? Because I mean, it's like embarrassing to say so, but I like sometimes just scroll Facebook Marketplace, not to even to buy anything. I think it's like comforting. It's like weirdly comforting. It's like being in a store and everything's kind of cool.
wow, look at all these things that I could have.
Right? Different life decisions.
It's even cool
Got my
because it's like
phones in the
it's
other
like
room.
an antique store or thrift store because like everything's already owned by everybody. You're like, oh, what are they getting rid of? So you also get to like, what's going on in the back of these pictures? So that's
Seriously.
look at their house now.
I'm not as bad. See?
So I find it interesting. So for Emily, like someone who went to school for journalism, everything myself, and did all that, how has it been editing yourself into lyrics?
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's definitely a handful of songs that I wrote early on that do not get performed. I feel like
I still write
Yeah.
songs that don't deserve to be the light of day.
I don't know. I feel like definitely it was a challenge to start to slow down enough. I'm so used to working on deadlines and having like 1,000 words due like in 3 days. And so I think that songwriting is so much more of a measured process, usually. And I think that making myself slow down and not just finish verse 2 just because I could, like actually sitting and being like, yeah, I don't know if verse 2's ready on this one. I try to like treat little songs like they're like, I almost feel like they're these weird living things that are just like walking around the apartment for however long until
100%.
they want to be done.
Yep.
And so
Wonder what this one's going to do.
yeah, getting used to the I think getting used to the like discomfort of having something be unfinished when I'm so used to working on a deadline was a big challenge. And I also feel like I'm overly verbose and I'm trying to challenge myself to like, if I write a really wordy chorus that I need, or not chorus, verse, then I'll try to write a chorus that's a lot more simple. So it's more of like a rallying call.
Yeah, it's such an art of economy. Like, how can you say something directly? How can you say something simply that isn't obvious, that isn't like on the nose? Yeah, I'm also, I think, generally my tendency is also to be way too wordy, have a few too many syllables, try to use too many, $20 words, and really, yeah, the art is like finding, I don't know, really paying attention to like, I could put this on the page, but it doesn't necessarily, but I know when I actually sing it in front of a room of people, if I feel like I'm full of shit, if I'm like, that's just too many words. That turn of phrase is trying too hard,
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Oliver gave me a really good tip when I was first starting this songwriting journey, which was like, even when you think a song is done, always do one last edit pass and take away a lot of like articles and maybe like pronouns and like see if you can trim like small words to make the syllables per line just a little more palatable, I guess.
That's pretty good.
subtractive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we don't have to get all the words in on one phrase. Nice to know.
That's been my personal thing, because I've been like, I want to write like one song that's like an easy or sing along kind of thing. I'm like, nope, every chorus has like, it's like a paragraph. Like, there it
I
is.
know. I'm like so impressed by artists who have that gift for writing a chorus that is like 3 to 8 words.
Yeah.
Like I aspire to that, and I'll let you know when I do it.
Right, same.
Yeah, dude.
It's usually like you, like a full stanza. That is my chorus. So, yep. Good luck singing along.
Yeah.
Right. You need to look at the words first before you try to sing along.
Study up.
I dated someone when I was living in LA for 3 years, and man, he could not play guitar, but he was one of the best hook writers I've ever met in my life, and it made me so mad, even at the time. Like he would say like one, it would be like 1 or 2 sentences, and it was like perfect, and then he would just have to make friends with musicians and like make them write songs around his idea because he didn't want to learn how to play an instrument.
This is why we travel in packs.
Yes.
Yeah.
I guess in a newspaper sense, like you need the headline writer. Like, you know, you can write the story, but you need someone for that headline.
Yeah.
Make it punch. Make
We
it
all
pop.
have our jobs.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But then occasionally, you know, I'm a big fan of Brent Best and like Slobberbone. Like Brent writes like short story, especially his solo stuff. They're like short stories set to music. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's a place for all of it.
Yeah.
There's a place for all.
I think a lot of the best Americana artists, like Leonard Cohen's really good at writing short stories set to music. Nick Cave.
yeah.
Dylan does weird fever dreams, but they are story length.
Sometimes there's like what is it, Lily Rosemary and the Jack of Hearts, that one from Blood on the Tracks. That's like a little novella.
Yeah.
It's amazing. There's like characters and development and like a heist. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I feel like some of our songs have a little bit of story, but it tends to be more abstract.
Yeah.
So how does the songwriting process go for y'all? Do you something y'all do separately and then come in together, or do y'all work on things together?
Typically, we start separately. Typically, we both kind of write like only children is the joke that we've made. Like we've got our idea, and we want to be precious with it and protect it. And I think generally that works well. And then when we feel enough like it's gotten to a point where we feel pretty solid, and we're like, here you go. What do you think? When we feel solid enough, then we're willing to give and receive feedback. And I think that's where we're most comfortable, but we have challenged ourselves to write some stuff more collaboratively. Like there's a song called Precipice that's on a single B-side we released. And that was really fun because that started with a riff that I wrote that I didn't know what to do with, and shared it with Emily, and she had some great melodic and lyrical ideas. And then I sat with it for a while and was like, okay, well, what about a bridge here? And like, may I suggest some variations on the chorus? And that was actually really satisfying. And like, it took us some time. And I feel like Emily was like, chop, let's get some more. Why aren't you working on Precipice? I guess I'll just finish it. And I was like, no, it's my riff. I want to contribute. But I think it was worth sitting on it for a while, and then like made something that does sound like both of us are on it. And I think we've gotten good responses for the few songs that we have written collaboratively. So I think that's somewhere we want to explore more, but it's not my comfort zone. I'm a control freak as far as like maybe to a fault. You know, like wanting to make sure that I feel like my lyrics are something that would come out of my mouth, you know? And I don't know what it's like for you, but I think that the process of like letting go and letting your baby change is like good for some healthy amount of ego death, and seeing if something better that you couldn't have planned on comes along from just working with someone you trust and letting it surprise you.
So, Go ahead.
No, it's all good. I was just to add to that, I was going to say, well, first of all, I personally really like it when Oliver lets me Frankenstein things together and he sends me like a weird iPhone recording of a riff. So Oliver's an amazing guitar player, and I feel much more confident in like a lyrics space. So I definitely want to do more of that, even though we haven't done a ton of it. We have like maybe 3 songs that Oliver had a riff or some lyrics for that we turned into songs. But yeah, I mean, I think that one of the most interesting things that I'm finding about songwriting, especially as we are turning into a quartet, we're like getting a real like meaty full band together this year, and we're really excited about it. and the ego death of thinking that you have this cool little folk rock song, and then you give it to a drummer and you're like, oh, this is now an early Pixies style surf rock song. All right. Like, it's pretty cool. I mean, like, I think that if you can just get out of your own way enough to have those surprising moments as a creator, I think that that is really what it's all about.
Yeah, in some ways, I think that's the best part of being in a band is losing control.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
So, like, since you guys are like a couple and you write songs, do you have to have like a safe word when you bring like something like, all right, look, you're going to listen to this, but if I say pineapple, you stop. Don't give me feedback.
Effectively, yes. Like we definitely do have moments where it'll be like, I want to play this for you, and I really just want you to tell me what's great about it right now.
Yeah.
Or like, I'm not ready for feedback yet, but can I play this for you? And you can give me like first emotional impressions, like what does it make you feel? You know, stuff like that. Because it is like there is emotional nuance to like the two prongs of vulnerability of like, it is very vulnerable to share your songs with someone, especially when you haven't road tested them. And it's also, there's an added layer of vulnerability with like someone that you have an important attachment relationship with that you kind of like rely on. And so how to give and receive feedback in a way that is honest and kind and professional all at the same time is, I think we're doing a pretty darn good job, and it's nuanced for sure.
I think early on, like we were more likely to like say something indelicately, especially in rehearsal. I think in the song sharing process, we're pretty good at being like, okay, I don't want feedback yet. But I think that we had to like learn each other's nuances when it came to like rehearsing, especially if someone's tired or had a hard week at work. I mean, because the second that you like close the guitar case and it's dinner time and it's not guitar time anymore, you need to be able to still like not hate a person.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Whereas like being in a band just with like some dudes, some guys, like it's really different. Like I definitely, in the busiest bands I've been in the past, could be like, okay, well, that was a shitty rehearsal and so really got on my nerves and is not taking feedback, and that's frustrating, but fuck it, I'm gonna go home now. But we actually have to, you know, complete the process and like do repair if somebody's feelings got hurt, which I think would actually be a good process for all bands to do anyway, to actually have more emotional intelligence and like care for each other, because this is hard. It's hard to spend time in sweaty vans with each other and share your songs. And like, yeah, how do we convey expectations of professionalism, and we're all really trying to make something the absolute best while still being sensitive to the fact that like we all kind of have our hearts on the line too if we are making good art.
Yeah, years ago we played with this band called Slow Roosevelt out of Dallas, and their singer Pete, I didn't know it at the time, he was doing a master's program in psychology, and we were playing a show, and we get done with the show and he's like, hey, can you guys fill this out? And he had a questionnaire. And it was like, it was about the interpersonal communication skills of bands. And that's what his whole like dissertation was about, is how
I would love to read that research.
I know, right? And it was just like, holy crap. And so I'm reading the things, I'm like, oh man, I'm kind of a dick to work with. And so but it helped me like kind of, you know, figure out, okay, well, I can reapproach the way I say things. And so as an art teacher, I teach kids how to give and receive feedback in a positive way. I'm like, you can say it's a piece of shit, or you could say what you would improve. Think about it. And so I think it's good to kind of, I think bands would get a lot out of that if they would actually take the time to think about, yeah, we're not just four dudes in a van. Like this is a relationship to some extent. So yeah, I think you guys are onto something. I think you're doing good. Sorry.
Yeah, no, that's super cool. That's super cool to hear about that research, and I'd be curious what his main takeaways were. Like, what is he? Yeah.
What did you find
there?
Yeah.
Well, especially like when you're living together, it doesn't ever really stop. I mean, maybe for y'all, but it's like, you know, you have dinner and it's like, well, I was working on that riff. I might as well grab the guitar and just keep picking at it a little bit.
Yeah.
And then
I tend to be pretty, maybe overly compartmentalized, where like there's certain times where I'm like, I really need to not talk about band business right now. Like, can we pause? But also sometimes I'm guilty of the exact same thing. And like this morning, Emily's like sitting and just kind of like waking up and like drinking her tea. And I'm like, okay, well, we got to figure out what we're doing on that radio show on Friday morning. So like, let's go. So I'm also that guy.
That's Kim. I'm the like, dude, we'll just play. We'll figure out a couple songs
it'll be
when we
fine.
get there, man. It's fine.
We'll just throw it
I'm
out
way
there.
too anxious.
We'll see how we feel that morning, man. You know,
What a
just
thought.
go with it.
I know how I'll feel. I feel like I need to plan.
Right.
Right.
Anxious as hell.
I'm that way when it comes to touring and stuff. So the first time we went on the road together, I was like, here's like the list of everywhere we're going, times we need to be everywhere. She was just like, oh my God, I feel like so safe now.
Like, I love you so much. I think I love you.
Right. It's like, this is what I needed because I was freaking out. Like,
Yeah, but the best part is I'd been in the band like 4 years before I realized there was an itinerary for every tour.
we didn't let you see it. We were just like, here's the list.
Yeah, I didn't know that like Dad
what we're
over
doing
here had
today.
a whole plan.
This is what we're doing.
Good to have.
I feel like that's how I would be. Yeah, I feel like if we ever do like a little like 2-week tour or something in the summer.
Yeah, totally. No, I think that we have a good balance as far as like, you know, there's all these extra roles beyond what you do on stage and what you do on the studio, and everyone in the band's like personality and natural gifts and deficiencies also like come into play. And so how do you support each other with the different things that we're not all equally good at? Like Emily's amazing at like outreach and promo, and I might be better more experienced in terms of like running a session, you know. But I think that having those different skill sets come together that aren't just musical is like a crucial part of this. You're running a small business. There's so many hats that need to be worn.
And everyone knows that drummers are bad with money. It's a
Is that
fact.
really a thing? Is that really a thing?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Never give them the money. Never.
Well, I'm just kind of going, especially something y'all deal with as well, which I guess we do in our household, me and Kim, is like, I don't even know if it's even spoken. It may just be more of one things like self-guilt or whatever, where it's like, hey, like, I've cooked dinner 3 nights in a row. It's like, well, I'm booking a tour. It's like,
Right.
we could switch. It's like, but it makes me feel like, yeah, I'm sitting here emailing venues and like, she's doing stuff, or vice versa. Like, I have to go in there and do dishes and stuff because otherwise it'll be like, what do you do here? It's like, I book.
Yeah.
Run our social media. God.
I know.
It's like,
And I have to remind myself that there's a lot of labor that Emily is doing often that I don't see. That does go into like managing our social media presence, and that is work and that takes time. And like, I think it's really important to, without like scorekeeping, like just being appreciative of all the different ways that people contribute. It takes a lot of labor to keep this thing going, plus running a household, like you're saying.
Yeah.
yeah.
So do you guys appreciate what I bring to the table?
Yeah, Russ.
Let's hear it.
Start calling you Russ. That's your thing.
I appreciate what you bring to the table.
See,
Russ
Oliver
brings
gets me.
Russ brings vibe.
You know we do.
People
You've been
always,
around almost
it's
10
he's
years
like,
now.
everyone's like, oh, you play that weird sideways guitar. That's cool. And that's it.
Yeah, that's all I do.
Helps the
He's our
audience.
novelty.
Those are so like wizardry.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Steel guitar blows my mind. I love it so much.
You see,
See, I am
that's
pretty
because
nice.
you don't know how it works. But that's what I'm saying. You're the the 3-armed boy of our operation.
That's like Chad from Grizzly Band called me the Sparkle.
the sparkle. That's it.
Yeah, you're the sparkle department.
I feel really loved here, guys. Thank you.
Is that what that means? Helfenstein in German is sparkle.
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
Sparkle.
What's the word?
Helfenstein.
Just last name.
That's great.
It means cup of sparkles.
Must be your next album title.
Right, cup of sparkles.
Cup
There we
of
go.
sparkles.
I'm guessing a Stein, like the mug of sparkles. Helfen means sparkles, and
I love how this became the Helfen Hour. This is great.
you made it about you, and that's
I know
what
I did.
happened.
My bad.
You came in here and just keep making it about yourself.
My bad.
We're talking to them, not you.
No, right.
God. But I know now we're see how Grundy killed the flow, man.
Sorry.
That's what, this is why we keep you in the back and don't let you know where we're going.
Exactly.
We don't let him drive the car.
Right.
Wow, you've been in some of our conversation. I was playing, but I guess a good question is, I know y'all have the EP coming up. Is there anything else y'all got? Friday? What are y'all doing? Y'all playing a radio thing on Friday?
Yeah, we are. We're playing at KRFC Fort Collins, so just an hour north of Boulder. They got a great local radio station there, and we're going to be doing a taping for a program. So we're going to go up there and record about 40 minutes of tunes, and then it's going to be aired about 2 weeks out.
Oh, nice.
So that'll be our second time up at KRFC, and we're happy they're having us back. It's a really great operation. There's a lot of good independent radio in the Front Range area. So we also just did a radio spot on KGNU here in Boulder, which was really fun. Very warm, very welcoming.
Yeah, there's an indie station in Denver that I think we're gonna try to jump on once we get the new EP out a little later this year. Yeah,
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Y'all have a lot of independent radio stations.
We don't have.
We're really lucky.
kind of amazing how many independent venues there are too. Like, you don't necessarily have to be touring and doing like bigger club shows. Like, there's actually quite a hunger for live music in Colorado, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, there's a lot of spots that like have at least a bit of a budget for like, oh, you got a little 2-piece duo like us. You know what we've been doing for our first 2 years as a band. We've been able to fund these 2 EPs from just heading down the street to the local brewery, distillery, putting it all together, you know? So we are fortunate to live in a place that does really value music. So yeah, we gig a fair amount. We're gigging a lot while we're also getting this album done because we want to, pay for the thing. What else are we doing that's exciting and fun? We're going to be shooting. Emily does our cover art design, so we're very DIY in that way. So we're getting ready to do a photo shoot for that in a couple of weeks. So really just getting all the ducks in a row for the new release.
Photo shoot for Tarantula, but with no tarantulas.
No, actually,
No tarantulas.
No actual.
yeah. Don't get your hopes up, y'all.
Yeah.
Okay.
There will be real fire though, so that's exciting.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, so that's in lieu of a tarantula. I feel like I always say it, just get fire.
Yeah.
You always say that.
Yeah, I do. So
Broken record.
and I feel like we're really, so much of our free time right now is really going towards like creating new full band arrangements of our repertoire of music that we have been building for the last two and a half years, in addition to getting new EP out. And yeah, I'm pretty stoked on how much more like rock and roll versus just like a folk duo the new arrangements are sounding. And so we have a few shows coming up. Not sure if you have listeners in Colorado. I know you said like Sugar Britches and a few people that were kind of
Yeah, we've had quite a few. We have people listening in Colorado. We've had quite a... we've interviewed, we tour up there at least once a year, so we know a lot of folks.
Look at that.
The Texas, Colorado, I feel like transplant scene is very real. But yeah, I'm doing a birthday show, which will be first full band show in Boulder, April 10th.
Yeah.
We got a show at the End in Lafayette, which is a beautiful venue, just down the street in Lafayette, and that's May 8th.
Playing the Roxy in Denver with our full quartet on March 28th.
Yep. And then EP release is going to be June 13th at Roots Music Project here in Boulder. You guys should you should hit up Roots Music Project next time you're touring through. They are this amazing nonprofit music incubator with like great sound, such sweet people working there.
Great programming.
Great programming. They just started this huge music festival last year. It was the first year in Boulder. It's called Roots Music Festival. It's like a 3 or 4 day festival this year, and I think they're kind of trying to make it like the new South by Southwest. I think they're trying. My guess,
taking a big swing. Yeah,
they're taking a big swing because Sundance is coming here next year. So Boulder's about to be on the map in a way that I don't think it's been in the past, in kind of like a national, global way.
Well, it's perfect time because South by Southwest, Austin's like dying. Is
it?
Yeah, they've already cut days. Like they're not. I think it's moving more to like a tech.
Well, as someone who's a bit
Hell's,
in the
I've got
know-
my pass, so I'm not worried. But
Tell us, spill that tea.
No, so they tore down the convention center, and so it's caused a lot of chaos. And the rebuild is like going to be like a 2 to 3 year project. So they're having to like move it. And so like every hotel ballroom has, you know, a panel or a premiere. It's just crazy. So yeah, it's going to be a cluster. So this is a good time for you guys to like start this thing, because if y'all can time it right, that could be awesome, you know.
That's interesting. Yeah, I mean, the first one seemed really well attended, which I was pleasantly surprised by. Not that I thought no one was going to show up. I just didn't think that like Sunday sold out. Like the day passes for Sunday sold out. But then Friday and Saturday also had a good amount of attendees, especially at the big headliner shows. And it was super cool. You could literally just walk around downtown Boulder on Pearl Street and walk to like the Boulder Theater and like Velvet Elk Lounge and all of these venues that are just kind of like random bars or kind of big concert venues throughout the year. But it had that kind of like random like clothing stores were turned into stages, and random
Record stores.
Yeah, so there was a stage in the record store. There was a stage like we performed in like a honey store.
Yeah.
We performed in a honey store with a mead and like
mead
cider bar
Yeah.
inside. It was actually kind of dope though, because it was like this great celebration of like Boulder and the entire Colorado music scene, and a lot of bands came in from out of state too. But yeah, we're super stoked on Roots Music Project right now. We want to stay friends with.
Dude, that sounds amazing.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
Yeah.
South by Southwest though, for like Texas bands, is almost impossible to be a part of at this point.
Yeah.
Is it just too big?
It's too big. It's too corporate. I mean, the platinum badge is a $2,000 badge.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Bella.
Yeah, I mean, victim of its own success, right?
It is.
Like, that's just a tale as old as time. Something gets to, you know, it's a really good thing. Secret gets out, gets huge, gets bloated, and then something else needs to come in to start to fill up at the edges, where to create more access and to create more vibrancy and freshness.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't think Boulder by any means is going to be the only place picking up that slack.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's all cycles.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's just like in your town. It'll be like, this is the cool place to see music. Then everyone will move there and be like, the venues are annoying. I'm
Yeah.
trying to sleep.
They're open to
I know we
late.
built this apartment complex right next to it, but I don't like it anymore.
Turn it down.
Right.
Damn, your music sucks.
So you just have to keep moving until I want to live right there.
Nope.
Well, that's like in Austin was like 5 or 6 years ago. They outlawed barbecue. Remember that?
Oh yeah, the smoke.
The smoke from barbecue establishments.
Wait,
Because-
what?
Yeah. So like, I mean, barbecue in Texas is like a thing, right?
That's a religion. Come on.
And so people like, you know, all of a sudden Austin becomes a place like everyone like from California moves to. Well, they don't
Yeah.
like the smoke that is created by barbecue joints. And so they like had the city create an ordinance that you had to use like specific types of smoke ventilation systems and stuff. And it created such like pushback from actual real
Wow.
Austinites that they're like,
Yeah.
this was dumb. So they had to like repeal it like within a couple months. It was like gone.
Wow.
But yeah.
yeah. That is, man.
Yeah.
No offense, Dan, but like California, y'all.
Well, it's not California's fault. It's like Joe Rogan's fault and Tim Ferriss for like moving there after
Yeah.
their podcast blew up.
Exactly. Yeah. Maybe they should, you know, I hear Colorado's lovely for those people. They should move that way.
No.
People
ruin it.
get
Don't-
mad. I'm
I
from
want them to
California. Well,
ruin it.
Oh yeah, we're both part of the problem here as far as any Colorado-born folks are concerned. We've both been here. I've been here 4 years and change. You've been here 3.
Nice.
But like, it's still a nice place to move.
really nice.
Good.
Beautiful.
Even the suburbs of Denver are nice.
Yeah. One of my best friends just moved from like the Boulder area. He lived in Coal Creek Canyon. And
Yeah.
so him and his wife moved to Denver, and he was like real nervous because he lived up in the mountains, and he was like, "Oh, I'm going to live in the suburbs of Denver," and he's like, "It's kind of nice. I don't miss having to shovel, you know, my driveway like that."
Yeah. The suburbs, many of the suburbs of Denver are quite lovely and dynamic and have music venues and like a sense of a town. You know, they're not just cookie cutter.
See,
That's cool.
Why are we still in Texas?
affordable housing? I don't know.
Debt. It's Houston has no more
debt,
affordable
yeah.
housing.
It's dead.
We're just skyrocketing like every other major city.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know that there is such thing as an affordable American city at this time.
Yeah.
All the major cities blew up. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like, oh, you want a 1-bedroom apartment? That'll be like $2,000 a month. It's like, cool.
Thanks, Zillow.
Right.
That's
Yep.
literally like Denver.
Yeah.
Well, I will say I have really enjoyed this conversation. And I feel like I can relate to you on one point, Emily. We were talking about how you're working out with your full band, like some new arrangements of your older songs. We've kind of been doing the same thing for like the past
Couple
3 or
years.
4 months, and like
For all the new
and
stuff.
and yeah, it is amazing how rock and roll. How
It's
rock and roll is
satisfying,
starting to
right?
sound
It can be like surprising and also like, oh man, it's so
really fun.
so nice to get a sense of like this thing that you made in your bedroom on an acoustic guitar can turn into something really
Yeah.
dynamic.
Yeah.
Big.
Yeah.
They like fully blossom.
It's such a pleasure. I mean, like what we do here in these minor leagues, like there's a reason we do it. It's like real. There's no satisfaction like it of like getting to make something with people you like that is pleasing to hear.
That
Yeah.
collaboration's really cool.
Yeah, it's like, dealing with even like with Health, like you write something, someone from outside comes in, it's like, oh, I mean, Health's in the band, but he's not from like the songwriting circle that's us. But then when he comes in, it's like he writes like this little like slide hook or something. You're like, oh yeah, like that made the song, like that was
Yep,
the
that's
song
it.
just
Yeah.
instantly
That's the-
got better.
That's the part.
It's like,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, that was it. So it's kind of cool to see like what other people can bring, and it's like, oh yeah, man, this is starting to rock.
Yeah.
Yeah, last night we were working on a tune with this drummer. We're getting up on some of our songs, and like I felt like hype. I was just so excited about some of the parts that were happening that I would never have written in a million years. If you put me behind a drum kit. And yeah, it's great. I want more.
One thing that I think is also like really cool, like just as a woman in her like mid 30s, is like I think that like feeling the kind of oomph of having like a full band behind you is something that I don't think we see enough women in their 30s and 40s like really owning a stage, and I think that we need a lot more of that. And so there's like a really powerful feeling that feels like it's going very much against the grain of what society is telling you should be doing at this age. And so yeah, like to your point that you were saying, like it feels like a worthy loss of sleep to like get these like bigger arrangements going.
Yeah.
Oh,
Definitely.
yeah.
That's awesome.
And for us, like I like letting the songs exist in both planes too. Like if we can only have a way we can only do like a trio show, then that's fine.
Totally.
And then it's like, but then we can also,
Rock it.
when the room needs it, we can show you what these are really all about.
Yes. You guys just add a new musician to the lineup, or
We've got 5 people. Yeah, we have a rhythm section we've had for probably, it's been roughly 2 years, but we've only really been playing regularly together for about the last year.
Yeah.
So so we've been doing a lot more,
It's really fun.
It is.
turning
Yeah.
up the amps and getting nuts.
Yeah.
It's just
Well, as nuts as I
our
can in my
our
middle
drummer
40s.
owns a music venue, so it's hard to be like, all right, we're gonna go on the road. He's like, we're booked, dude. Sorry.
Yeah.
Like I gotta run sound in
Right.
the door and stuff.
He has like one of the most famous places in the area. It's like
wait, what venue does your drummer run?
He runs the Old Quarter in Galveston, so it's like the Old Quarter
okay.
Acoustic Cafe of, Old Quarter Towns Van Zant fame. So it's like,
Nice.
it was the one,
Lots of folk
Towns
music.
one was in Houston, but then they moved it to Galveston when Rex Bell moved to Galveston. So it's like,
It's a beautiful listening room
Yeah.
where you can
Yeah.
hear some really cool people.
so it's just like, well, no, tell Hayes Carl, never mind. You want to come out and play some shows with us in dive bars in Kansas.
right and not get paid.
Like,
Right.
no, I think I'm going to stay home,
Yeah, right.
Ray
just all
Wiley
gotta-
Hubbard.
We just all got to coordinate our vacation like we coordinate our practices. It's
Right.
No biggie.
So it's just funny, but it's cool to be able to, and I'm sure it's something y'all will probably do as well, just have that ability to, you can fit whatever the situation calls for.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what we're really looking forward to, is having an iteration of the band that's us plus upright bass, and a version of the band that's us plus like a ripping rock and roll rhythm section, you know. And there's a place for all of that, and they're all satisfying in their own way.
It's really fun.
Yeah.
All right.
Is that an
Got
hour?
any other questions?
It's been close, but you're just like, that was the most like,
I'm sorry.
you tired?
I keep having this like coughing thing today, or not coughing, but congestion thing today. And
Right
so
there
I
with
know
you.
I sound terrible.
Yeah.
I apologize.
I haven't coughed in like 2 weeks until we started this interview. That was like,
Right.
what is going on in my throat? But anyways, I guess we've covered a lot of stuff, and then it's a good time to just come to. Is there anything we missed out on that y'all would like to, or anything y'all would like to push? Anything y'all like to talk about? It's your moment to just plug away.
Yeah, well, I feel like we named the shows, we named the album. You can find us on socials at Troubles Braids Music. You know, all the places where you do that, troublesbraidsmusic.com.
Fun fact about us. If you don't like folk rock music, but you do like EDM, one of my dear friends in Los Angeles, Nick Freilich, he goes by Waz Neptune, is his DJ handle. He's actually a very talented electronic music producer, and he just made 2 house remixes of 2 of our songs.
From The Big Tourist.
Yeah,
Oh,
and then
that's
tipped into
so
a bunch of
cool.
Spotify playlists, and so now they're getting all these plays, which is crazy.
Yeah. So you can check out the Big Tourist remixes on all streaming platforms as well.
That's
Oh,
awesome.
yeah.
That's great.
Very
Cool,
different
too, yeah.
interpretation.
Yeah, so if you're like, I don't know if this band is it, maybe we are. If you
Like
listen to
that.
it.
That's
Give
what
us
I'm
some-
doing as soon as we finish. I'm
us some
going
Talk
to
about
pick that up.
PMs, please.
Covering all bases. That's
We got
great.
4 on the floor. Yeah. Other than that, you know, times are crazy. It's a weird time to be an artist and American, to be anyone on this planet. So
Yes,
I don't know.
sir. Yes,
Let's all
sir.
just like be kind to each other and look out for our neighbors and see what it takes to get to the next part of the story.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Free speech is an essential part of being an American. I think
Absolutely.
that anyone who's a music lover, we all need to not be afraid and just keep exercising our free speech.
Yeah.
For sure.
100%.
Definitely. Well, all right, man. Well, thank y'all for talking to us.
All right, y'all. Thank you for having us. It was a pleasure. Really enjoyed you. And let us
here.
know if you ever come up through Boulder.
Yes.
Right.
We shall.
See ya.
All right, y'all, that does it for this week's episode of Music in the Minor League. Hope you dug it. As always, to reiterate, if you like the music or you dug the conversation with Troubles Braids, make sure you go follow them, share the podcast, help get the word out. Organic word of mouth is really the best way to get recognition out to a lot of these independent bands that are making good music and working really hard. So we recommend you do that. And then we'll be back probably in a couple weeks with a new episode. We don't really have anything on the books right now. We're still kind of playing it by ear, but we're fixing to take some time off from playing, so we'll be back with a lot more episodes real soon. And to take you out, here's another song from Troubles Braids. This one's called Strange Weather. We hope you dig it, and we'll see you next episode. Later.
Ever wonder why we never talk no more? I've been choking back the words since well before I knew what words were for. And you've been filing your grievance daily in your southern drawl, writing cryptic little limericks in bathroom stalls. Strange weather systems in my mind. Sometimes try teaching rain to compromise. Deep river, nothing stands against you. Kiss the bride, the water's fine. Ever wonder why we never get nowhere? I made a version of a living out of playing like I didn't care. I miss your stupid way with words, you heard me. I miss that drunken shore, the misadventure of our lives when we were young and vain and bored. Strange weather systems in my mind. Sometimes try teaching rain to compromise. Deep river, nothing stands against you. Kiss the bride, the water's fine. With just two bodies in pain, two-stepping in the rain, two hands pressed together across the window pane. Strange weather systems in my mind. Sometimes I'd never been one for goodbyes. Deep river, nothing stands against you. Kiss the bride, the water's fine. The water's fine.